So we are back here on the program tonight, and so happy that all of you can join us. Let's bring Grandpa Rich back on the call here. Sorry there, George Soros. All right, Grandpa Rich, you are back here with us on the call. Welcome back to the show if you're still there.
Yeah.
Back, and apologies to you are in order, I would assume.
No, absolutely not. I feel like I've learned some things here. You know.
Really?
Oh yeah, and 70 years old. You know, you've been there and done that so much. It's a rare opportunity to actually learn something.
Yeah.
But you never stop. You never stop.
Yeah. No. Never stop.
I do enjoy learning. I listen to that young man's act there, and I finally came to the conclusion. He's a performer. He's a performance artiste. You know. So he's working on his act. He's and yeah, and that's a sure sign. I mean, and I hope it's an act. I hope it's, all that apple wasn't natural. But then again,
Bible. Come on, Grandpa. Isn't that a little harsh?
No,
bipolar babble.
I'm telling you, this is pandemic. It's always been the case with artists, and a great deal of that natural creative ability comes from the manic high, that is the part of the bipolar syndrome, and that's and you can't condemn it. I mean, my gosh, look at the great songs and all of the entertainment that we have enjoyed. It's been such an integral part of our life. I mean, who doesn't hear a song that makes them remember when? Well, I mean, after your puberty and gone through all of that and kind of went through those phases, you know.
Oh yeah.
But, yeah, I still hear occasionally. I'll hear a song and oh man, that reminds me of Barb, you know, and yeah. I remember Barb, and I remember the great times we had, you know.
Oh yeah.
So and I mean, look at and I'm sitting here and I'm trying to review the little bit of knowledge I have, you know, about the history of entertainment, particularly in America, that all of the performing artists who were picked up by a label and put into contract, and then it becomes a struggle for them, you know, and quite frankly, you'll end up in a very psychologically abusive relationship with the people that are putting up the money and wanting you to perform, you know, and nobody performs, you know, at those stellar levels all the time. So you walk into a studio, you know, and how are you gonna get yourself high again? Well, we all know, you know. Next thing you know, you're taking the drugs so that you can psychologically condition yourself to that level of performance once again.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
And I hope I really do, for this young man's sake. I really hope that it's an act. I hope he's working on an act like Henny Youngman, you know, who started the one-liner. You know, he started every one of his stand-ups. You know, take my wife, please. You know, and he's talking.
Please.
Yeah. Well, that was. I mean, the guy was a wildly popular entertainer at one time, and he used his wife, you know, as a tool, you know, in his act, and he was constantly saying, well, and he'd say, well, take my wife, you know, she did this, she did that, she did this, ha ha ha, you know, and take my wife, take my wife. And it finally got to the point where all he had to do was stand up in front of the mic, look around, and say, "Take my wife, please." You know, and
Please.
yeah, yeah,
Take her, please.
yeah, yeah. And the audience would just start just rolling out in fits of laughter because they knew what to expect. They knew they were going to be entertained, and they knew this guy was funny. So he'd get up there behind the mic and do just about anything, you know, after a while, and everybody was rolling, you know.
Oh, yeah.
But there are different types of art and performing art, and particularly the stuff that appeals to the youth, you know. It's incredibly demanding, you know, and it needs to come off like it's just off the cuff, you know. It's like, I'm just doing this, you know, and I'm cool, and I'm, you know, everything, and all the little girlies, you know, they talk out of their heads and all of that, you know.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
and hey, let's look at the king of rock and roll, Elvis, right? You know,
Right.
you know, he was the white boy that broke, you know, American culture. You know?
Oh, yeah.
And man, you know, everybody wanted to kill him. You know, it's like devil's music and so on and so forth, you know, and yeah, you know, when you had half of the country, the young people, they all loved him because not only was it, you know, exotic race music, you know, but it was rebellious, and the folks hated it. You know, it really pissed them off. And I'm sitting here and I'm listening to this kid, and I'm thinking, damn, I'm really getting pissed off. And he's doing exactly what he wants to do. You know, he's a master.
Yeah.
He's a master.
Indeed.
Yeah, I think, and I really have not embraced the rap genre. You know, and that's when I came in here, I didn't know what to expect. I just like to tramp around on Talk Shoe and drop in on shows, and quite frankly, it's very rare to come into a show that really gets me stimulated like this, because that kid got under my hide. You know, it's like, what?
Really? Yeah, it's not often that we hear someone getting under Grandpa Rich's hide. So yeah, that's a little. You're stoically calm for the most part.
Anybody can get pissed off, you know. I mean, hate, like, you know, hate is an immature emotion looking for the truth, you know, and it's something we all suffer from. We never mature, we never grow up, you know, and the idea. The idea that you gotta honor your elders and all of that stuff. Well, you know, not really, because they're the ones that were pretty integral in creating a great deal of the shit that everybody has to live with. You know, so
exactly.
Tit for tat, right? Yeah. So anyhow, yeah, I am just like I said,
mind blown.
Yeah, mind blowing. Yeah. And yeah, like I said, you know, you get old, you've been there, you've done that, you know, and everything's kind of a shoulder shrug, you know. It's all exciting to the kids and the other people, you know. It's some kind of a new thing, you know, a new thing coming on and all like that. And you know, I knew rap was a new thing, but I never appreciated the art until your show. I never really appreciated the art.
Really?
I gotta thank you. You know, yeah. I mean, because I'm an old school guy. Honestly,
yeah.
I know gangsters. I still do. You know, but you know, then like the old school gangsters. You know, I was thinking, you know, that I know people that actually put on events and venues and things, you know.
Yeah.
And they haven't really tapped into this rap thing. And the big deal now, the big thing is Burning Man. You got all of these overeducated liberal yuppies out there, and they want a little taste of the wild side. So and then honestly, and I know it's a big laugh. You look at Burning Man, it's like, what a fucking cartoon, I mean, what is this? But they take it serious. They take it serious, and they get in there and they make their deals. There's a huge amount of business that happens during the money Burning Man. Went out in the Black Rock. I mean that thing. I wouldn't even want to guess what the actual cash flow is during Burning Man. But the big thing now are little Burning Mans. Everybody wants to have a Burning Man. It's a big thing with the overeducated, uber wealthy snowflakes that have never really
snowflakes.
Well, yeah, they've never really. They want to get melted. They fantasize about being melted, So that's why they go. Why they go to these, and that's why that's really these events, with the the heavy metal and all of that, the genres, a lot of these really wealthy people, that to them, heavy metal is the Goldie oldies, So I don't know
Chuck
when
Berry and some of those types.
Twisted Sister. You know the ones I'm talking about. Kiss, and even the ones the generation after that and the generation after that. That's where these people that I'm talking about. That's where they're drawn, and that's your target demographic when you put one of these things on.
Oh yeah.
Well, and I can see it now. I can appreciate the art, and I get a sense of what it's all about, and it's working the emotions. I mean, that's what it's all about. I mean, that people want their emotions worked. They want to have a little bit of the primal side of the psyche brought out and played with, which is exactly what this kid did to me tonight. So, like I said, and I mean this sincerely. I hope it's mostly an act, and if he does have these symptoms, he needs to recognize that they are progressive, and that needs to think about taking care of himself before, and I'm not saying this is a case, okay, but before the before the delusions take his mind.
Delusions.
Well, he was talking about devils and feelings and not being able to have a good relationship with the woman and stuff. These are all classic symptoms.
Oh yeah.
That's why I'm telling you. I hope it's an act for his sake, because I looked at his picture, I looked at the YouTube and all of that, and it's just a kid. He's just a kid, So
just a kid.
Yeah, and I know. It's the big thing is to piss off the old folks as much as you can, and he did it. He's a bona fide artiste in that respect,
Oh yeah.
And yeah, he's not ludicrous, but I think he's getting there. Ludicrous. I've seen Ludacris. I kind of got in on a conversation about him and with him and that sort of thing. Yeah, and the white boys rapping. That's a new thing too. Everybody wants to be gangsta.
Gangsta.
Yeah. All the wannabes. East Coast, West Coast. Yeah, remember that?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I grew up on the West Coast, so I had to hear quite a bit of the East Coast, West Coast rivalry coming up. So,
But even so, but beneath all of the hype and all of the stuff that fills up the media that media, our entire media is nothing but a reality show. I mean, honest to God, you watch the news. It's it's the good guys and the bad guys and the bad guys and the good guys, and everybody's getting all excited. Blah 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 blah. But it's all just reality TV because it's all controlled. Underneath, the people that are really in control of things, you know, they're untouchable. They are they are truly too big to fail. And they're not going to. It's all a big plan. Everything's going according to plan, and we may not like the plan. We may not like what's coming tomorrow, and I think a great deal of it is going to be terrifying for quite some time. But it has to happen. So,
Oh, indeed, it does. Now, Grandpa, I hate to cut you. Oh.
This is the big party. America's had its closing out sale. America's been sold. This is the closing out sale party. So party on. I mean, have your fun. Live life to the fullest. Whatever, anything goes.
Anything goes. Oh, I agree with you 100%. I was just going to say we do have Tyree back on the call, back in queue. So I'm going to go ahead and bring him back on the call, and maybe Grandpa, you can express your thanks to him for enlightening you tonight, or helping you find this appreciation for the lifestyle, for the great rap genre. Grandpa Rich was just expressing his thanks here to us tonight, that he truly appreciates the whole hip hop genre, just a tad bit more based upon what he has heard tonight from Tyree. So let's bring Tyree back on the call. I'm not sure if he's been listening the entire time. Tyree, you are back with us, and Grandpa Rich, you are still live.
Express the shit out of his ass and tell his valves to express themselves properly. You're sitting all over the goddamn.
Do what? Do what?
Tell that old sack of shit to express his valves the proper way. He's fucking shitting all over the mic. Get him out of here.
Oh, we can barely hear you. I don't know if you're.
Go put your diaper on. Can't hear me, Fred?
Just a tad bit.
I'm listening.
Grandpa says that he's listening, Tyree. What were you saying just a few moments ago?
I said, tell that old sack of shit to express his vowels properly and quit shitting all over the goddamn mic.
Oh my God, Grandpa, do you have any response?
That's the only thing he needs to express is his vowels properly, so he can quit shitting all over the mic and here, get the fuck out of here.
I insulted Tyree's art form, and yeah, mea culpa.
Not my art form, motherfucker. These niggers in the form. I'm just taking it and making money off of the bitch. Fuck you mean? I don't give a fuck about this rap shit. Rap shit just out.
Did you want me to say that again?
I care about this money, and you niggas are in the way. They never should have gave you crackers money.
Mm-hmm. Grandpa, go ahead and say that one more time. I don't think I heard you clearly.
Well,
enunciate his vowels.
Essentially, what I said is,
you got those old chappy pruneless whatever prune lips. Your new name is Pussy Lips.
I've never taken the time to really appreciate the rap.
Really appreciate taking your shit. I know you need to go defecate and release your bowels, and things will get better. Okay, confrontation is a horrible thing.
But I will say this: you never know who you're talking to.
Know. I know you never know what kind of shit you might take. It might be diarrhea. It might be hard cluster diarrhea. It might be custard style. You never know. But with you, it's a sure thing. That shit gonna be diarrhea.
Oh God, the imagery. Oh.
Well, anybody?
I think that you're alive. That diarrhea is coming.
Anybody's gonna pick up your act, you know.
There's no act, buddy. I'm the real thing. That's why I'm fucking up everybody and putting hands on everybody. What do you mean? Check the record. I'm in the street, dude. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, is your
I really hope that's not true. I really hope that's not true, and I'm
I want to talk to the president. You said the people who control things. Y'all keep kicking that shit. How do you control shit? You don't control me. You don't control anything out here. What are you talking about? Illuminati don't even control me. Y'all don't control a fucking thing with your mouth. You need control. I'm fucking all the bitches. What is you controlling? I'm controlling they pussy on my dick and they lips. They suck in my dick like they're resuscitating themselves like a goddamn ass potato. What the fuck are you controlling? You serious? 70-year-old fuck. Dick's probably all shriveled up and shit. He's probably pissing from all every time. Fuck out here. Fuck, drawers probably smell like fucking crap. But you've been crapping all day, you motherfucking crap thing. God damn it, quit crapping. Crap, baby.
I'm just sitting back cracking up. This is crazy.
Great material. Here, you want me to rhyme? Here, I'll rhyme for you. Here, put on a beat, Fred. Put me on a beat. Rap out of it. Put me on a beat.
Oh, this is live. Are you?
Yeah, I'm live.
Are you going to spit one for us, Tyree?
I'm going to show them what real rap is. Put that beat on. Can you do it, Fred?
Do what?
Put a beat on.
Would it put a beat on?
A beat, an instrumental.
Oh, shit.
I shave. I'm like the young Brad Pitt out here.
I don't know if I have the
I don't give a fuck what anybody says. They come out looking like Ryan Gosling. Can you put me on an instrumental 70-year-old boot bag real quick?
I'm not sure if I have any instrumental tracks here.
All right, fuck it. Let's just do it. Fuck a beat. I'll go acapella. This motherfucker got no material. He's probably got a venereal disease. While I'm signing leases and fucking bitches. I'm the beat. Motherfuckers are shreds. I'm in they bitches' bed. I'm putting you in the dead. Fuck the feds, they're relevant. Me, I'm meticulously cutting you up into pieces. If you eat Reese's Pieces, pop you in the back of my throat like a popsicle. I'm unstoppable. This motherfucker don't know shit of fucking real gangster shit, real music. You hear my shit, guarantee you lose it. These motherfuckers don't do nothing but get bruised up, banged up. Then I pick the thing up, then I fucking roll right on their street, blow their brains out. These motherfuckers think they insane. Wow, I can't believe it. These motherfuckers think little weak fucking weevils. Fucking digging into the ground. They could never be close to my motherfucking sound. I can freestyle here. You have to spit like Green Mile, like that big nigga. The biggest nigga who really pulls the trigger. The fucking motherfucker who's really getting to the figures. I'm a fucking motherfucker who will really murder you. You're talking shit. I never heard of you. You absurd, my dude. You a nerd, dude. You need to sit back down on the computer before you fucking get your whole fucking shit popped off. Alright. No, but I'm busy on the phone. So, you want this one?
Yeah.
Out of all of them. All right. There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, I told you these bitches stick the roll balls around. You gotta have my machine. You can't stick any other machine. You gotta have my machine. But anyway, this 70-year-old piece of shit keeps shitting his diapers. He fucking doesn't understand I'm fully liable to kill a motherfucker. Fucking say you off the Eiffel Tower. You motherfuckers could never see a dude that rhymes like me. I got a friend's team that motherfucking make niggas jump off the building. Motherfucking crash right to your steaming like Santa Claus to the chimney. You're looking real dingy. You're looking stupid foolish. You're fucking clueless. You're talking about your shit that ain't fucking true the facts, so why would I give a fuck if at the end of the day I'll whip your ass? I'll slap your mother, tell your fucking brother, and murder your fucking motherfucking bitch ass. You ain't saying nothing. You could never fuck with my class. This shit comes naturally. You mad, asshole, because you fucking mad at me. You wish you could be me. The fact is you'll never see me. The fact is that while you talk shit, I make G. Fuck you, you fucking 7-year-old fucking piece of shit. You a goddamn croon. I'll leave you to doom. Fucking murder like lunch meat. These motherfuckers don't understand I'm the dude crushing the industry. Don't do shit for publicity. You get it if you did for me. Everybody's missing me. Until I fucking spit and I fucking hit and I fucking hit. These motherfuckers don't understand. There's no way to fail. They come in and they fail. They run it. I could have 2 grand out here. I'm still taking off the bro. Still on 14 calls. Still fucking for a girl. These faggot ass little bitch. These motherfuckers talk shit all day. They talk is cheap. That's why you end up in the deep. These motherfuckers get them. You ain't fucking with BB. So I suggest you just shut the fuck up and leave with weed because you're happily a faggot who's gay and you're proud of it. So why would you keep talking until I put a shroud on it? Motherfuckers fucking ridiculous, bro. They ain't saying nothing. Sitting there talking shit all day. Still ain't busting. Still a bunch of fucking fucking chubby sluts that I'm fucking running over. While I break these 10 motherfuckers like Red Grove, I'm a soldier. I'm too bold. I'm holding. I'm opposing. That's it. That's enough rhyme schemes for that faggot.
Oh my! Wow, that was Tyree Sneed. A little freestyle here live on the show. Grandpa Rich, we got to get your reaction to that. Wow.
Reaction is he just took a diarrhea in his pants. It's the only reaction he has. Take it easy on his ass. He's already sick enough. I'm not trying to kill the poor man. Just let him live. No, I already killed him in a freestyle. Let's let him live and keep his life. All right, now I'll see you later, old man, because I think I'm gonna take a risk and try it again with my main girl here. And yeah, I'll be back, Fred. You gonna be on for a minute?
Yes, I will be on. We will be here. Thank you again, Tyree, for calling in.
Oh, no problem, bro. Anytime. But yeah, I'll call you right back. So when
All right.
Please unmute my mic.
All right.
All right. Hi.
All right. So we got Tyree Sneed just chimed in again. Grandpa, that appreciation really has to be flowing right about now.
Oh, you couldn't do something like, well, yeah, I guess you could if you were reading from the script, but that just naturally flowed from a beautiful mind.
Yes,
yeah.
Yes.
All of those rhyming and lyrics and stuff, it's just amazing.
It really is amazing. I mean, Grandpa, do you think you could put a little rhyme together for us?
No.
No.
This genre is so alien to my old crusty old mind. I don't think I could cough something up like this. I'd have to think about it. I mean, it's been a while since I baited the tiger. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. So,
I'd have to work on that, and I don't think I could come up to anything to the level of this young man's impressive expertise. And
impressive, really,
well,
really.
It's true. Some of the world's most valuable classic paintings actually look like what was coming out of this young man's mouth.
Really?
Oh,
How-
sure.
How would you describe?
Well,
How would you describe the paintings?
the Impressionist art, you know, the Impressionists, Van Gogh.
Oh yeah.
You know, yeah, yeah. So yeah, das Salute. You know, I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
I don't really have to appreciate it because you know that generation where you know I was running around thinking with my pants instead of my head. You know, that time is gone. I still think about it. I just can't quite remember why.
Oh, wow. What a night. What a night.
Yeah, and actually the gangs, you know, that are basically controlling the you know the other economy. You know, they're coming on strong. Unfortunately, what's coming in the next few years, what's actually coming right now through our ports, I'm afraid is not going to be uh, quite as kind and understanding as you know benevolent institutions like the mafia or uh, those old traditional gangsters. You know,
Oh yeah.
yeah. This new wave coming on. Uh, I don't know. As far as I can tell, uh, they're not really into rap.
As far as you can tell.
Well, yeah, I live in Tacoma, and I actually do some part. My daughter gets me part time work because she's afraid if I quit moving, I'll rust up and she'll have to hit me with WD-40 to get me to move again. But,
Got the whole Tin Man thing going on there.
I don't know. You know, cultural influences are incredibly important, but you know, everybody's got their own cup of tea. The Russians are here. They Hillary sold the rights to all of the West Coast deep water ports to the Russians, and the East is been mostly being sold out to the Chinese. You know, there's a little crossover, uh, but that's basically the way it's shaken out. Uh, we're America's going to be the bad guys. The entire world already hates America with a purple passion,
Oh yeah.
and so when the shit starts going down, you know, America's going to be the bad guys in this one, and that means uh, when our liberators come in, you know, it's going to be a whole new world.
Oh yeah.
And not to mention the fact that uh, this ultimate power that I'm talking about is very cognizant of the way the world's being destroyed, the environment, everything. You know, if you don't have makes surviving kind of tough. So, like these people, you know, are I don't know if they themselves are brilliant, but they own most of the brilliant minds in the world. I mean, there are only 3 or 4 recognized world class physicists that are not totally. They work for the government. The government, you know, tells them what to do. Uh, any of the great innovations they come up with go into proprietary information vaults and all of that. You know, so you tell me the handwriting's on the wall. I mean, a
And right.
huge
Oh
percent,
yeah.
huge percentage of humanity is now obsolete. Artificial intelligence is probably a done deal, and it's developed, and it's just waiting to be introduced at the right time, like all of these other innovations that these guys keep locked up in their proprietary information vaults. So, yeah, you know, I mean, what's that thing with the killer robots? The popular movie with Arnold, the Terminator.
Terminator.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's actually going to be an awful lot like that, but they've got weapons agents developed now that target specific genes. You know, go right in to a specific species and interrupt a particular, just a little tiny spot in that twisted pair, you know, in the body of the organism. And, well, are you interested in this? I'll keep going, otherwise I'll shut up.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Well, I live pretty close to the University of Washington, where Bill Gates basically bought, you know, pretty much the entire scientific section of the university, and he built a world-class genome study facility that goes all the way from the Washington down to University of Washington down to Lake Washington. When it's like a mile of building, you know, just one after the other after the other. And Microsoft went out and they headhunted all of the top geneticists in the world. Okay, and this was quite some time ago. Well, here recently, we got a particular species of oak tree that's endangered here, and we got a plague of gypsy moths. And they were not an indigenous species or anything, you know. They were come from who knows where, but they were gobbling up the oak trees like crazy and killing them. And I actually saw this with my own eyes. I mean, they had like 10 helicopters side by side spraying, just huge swaths all over everything. All over people, houses. I actually felt some of the spray in my face, you know. I was standing out there looking at it, and I wasn't expecting. It was kind of a surprise. I thought it would completely dissipate, but it didn't. And they sprayed this whole area, okay. And I, like anybody else, I got a little concerned, and I got checking out. Well, sure enough, they had already had all of the press releases ready and everything, so you get right in and kind of study it a little bit. But it was a genetic agent, and it was specifically targeting the female gypsy moth's reproductive system. And it didn't really hurt the moths. It just made the female sterile. And within one generation, you know, the species was extinct in this area. So, you know, it could be just as kind as that. They'll spray us down. They'll have, you know, specific species, racial characteristics. I break it on down however you like. Intelligence levels, you know, who knows? I mean, you know, what was really bizarre science fiction yesterday is kind of old news today.
Oh, no, exactly.
So that's what I'm saying. Party down, have a good time, you know. And get ready to meet your maker, or if you don't believe in that, the Great Pumpkin or the Great Nothing, whatever, you know.
The pumpkin, really?
Well, you know, that's from Peanuts. You're probably too young to remember.
Oh yeah,
Charlie.
Oh yeah, Charlie Brown.
Why is everybody always picking on me? Yeah, that was a good song.
Now, is your new show still over on YouTube?
No, I did one live stream. I had a brother veteran who came out of the bush after 4 decades of living as a hermit, you know, up in the North Cascades.
Yeah.
And he came out, he's got some really serious health issues. I don't know. He's up in Bellingham, and some of the brother veterans up there, they kind of took a hand in it all, and basically told him, you want to crawl off into the woods and die, that's fine. We're not going to be part of that. You're a brother. You're breaking our hearts here. Come on. So,
Yeah.
They got her, and he's going through all of these horrible goddamn treatments now. He's walking around. He's got this vacuum machine sucking stuff out of his muscles, and not a fun time. Not a fun time at all.
No, not at all.
So I found him, and a lot of our OCD gamers get into the, especially the younger veterans, and they got the PTSD and all that shit, and they need something to focus on instead of getting hooked on drugs or going to the VA and getting one of those chemical lobotomies, So,
oh.
So that's I kind of ran into him on Discord, and he was on a veterans gamer site there in Discord, and I went in and I left a little invitation. I leave invitations like breadcrumbs wherever I go on the internet, and he came in and we started talking, and it was really touched me, his story, and I know there's a lot of us old guys that still living up there in the fucking woods, like hermits, cavemen. But
oh yeah,
but whatever,
living off the fat of the land.
Yeah, well, that's what he said. He was living pretty good up there. So yeah, he was happy. He was happy. He had quite a few years of good, happy life from all that I could get from him.
Yeah,
but it helps. It helps. When you're talking to a brother that's been in the shit. I mean, there's nobody else understands. Nobody knows what that experience is actually like unless you've been there and lived through it. So
oh yeah,
I call it wearing the Reaper's patch. We wore the Reaper's patch for God, Mom, Home, and Apple Pie.
Oh, and we all truly appreciate all of your service. I mean, honestly,
please do every veteran a favor and do not say thank you for your service.
Really?
Yeah. You know what our service was? Let me ask you something. When you go to buy your meat, from the butcher, do you say thank you for your service?
No.
Because he went back there and he put a slug, in a poor innocent cow's head, and bled it out, slaughtered it, carved it up, and turned it into something good for you to eat. Right? That's what we did. We went over there. We killed Vietnamese by the frickin' millions. Men, women, children. I mean, yeah, that was it. I mean, they were testing shit on those people that you wouldn't fucking believe. And I was in that part of the Navy that was really, really involved with a lot of that stuff. And no, it cannot be words. There are no human words to really describe the experience. But when you say thank you for your service to a combat veteran, that's what you're thanking them for. You wear the Reaper's patch and you slaughter human beings. And you kill them, and you kill them, and you kill them. The carnage, the blood, the screaming, the works. So, you say thank you, veteran, combat veteran. That's what you're thanking them for, okay? And this is the thing that kind of rips out a little piece of our soul. We never get it back. We come back to the world no matter what you do. You know, the best thing you can do is get obsessed with something.
Hopefully something legal.
Well, yeah. Actually, it doesn't make a hell of a lot of difference. as long as you're doing something you love and you love what you do, you know.
Oh yeah.
No, I fix things. I'm a mechanic, and I threw myself into that career with a passion, and I don't know. I just got stars that I had something like that. You know, I couldn't sleep. I'd get up at 2 o'clock. I'd go to bed at 10 o'clock and get up at 2 o'clock. You know, with a head full of shit I couldn't get out. You know, I'd just throw my clothes on and go to work.
Go to work.
Well, I had a job where I could work, you know, as much as I want and whenever I wanted. Didn't matter. So, you know, I'd get up, throw my clothes on, and go to work. You know, and that was kind of my life. And
would you say that being a mechanic almost was life-saving for you after coming out of what you experienced in Vietnam?
Yeah, I actually got a job with a good company, and they kind of recognized, you know, that I had some skills and some burning curiosity about everything, you know.
Yes,
so I got sent to Yaskawa Motoman's robotics school in California.
Oh, wow.
I learned about robots, and I actually at that time automation take hold in this area. So I got with the local Voc Tech school and talked them into putting the class together for programmable controllers. And by the time the class got started, and it was an instant success. I mean, the Voc Tech was kind of grateful. You know, they didn't realize, you know, there was such a huge need for it. And but yeah, we got in and you were, you know, programming, writing logic, basically telling the machines how to think, you know, what to do, based on programming, peripheral sensory inputs, that sort of thing. And yeah, I'm still I still love it, but I did so much of it, you know. I just, like, one day I woke up and it was like, wow, you know, I've really beat this horse to death, you know.
Time to move on.
Yeah. Yeah, so I retired. Yeah. A lot of us old. What did the brother call us? Diaper shitters.
Geezers.
A lot of us go up to Alaska and work with the fish processing during the you know, salmon season, crab, you know, whatever. And they're actually starving up there. The companies cannot hire talent. They just, it doesn't exist. And at you know, our levels, so they pay us a shitload of money to go up there and stand around, you know, and say, you know, do this, do that, do this, do that. And if, you know, there's little programming issues or something, we'll go in and get things straightened out, debug the programs. And we also do a lot of fabricating and designing. We design equipment, and, you know, always looking for a way to get the product out faster and better. And I've done that. Well, I did that for 8 years, but I'm taking the summer off. I'm taking actually kind of my first real vacation, and hell, I can't remember when I actually took a real vacation where I actually go out, hit the road, and let the experience happen.
Oh, I think do you like to travel?
I used to love it. There's a lot of stuff I used to love, and I I got myself in a damn situation where, I had a little mouse maze. My life was a little mouse maze. I'm sure the brother would love hearing this. I had a route planned between my house and work, and I had everything located, the stores, whatever I needed. If I needed to stop and get something, it was along my little mouse maze route. And I traveled that route 7 days a week, for decades. And I get home, the only time I wanted to leave my house was to go to work. Everything else, family, anything, I couldn't stand it. Weddings, funerals, and all of that stuff, I'd tell myself.
I still can't stand those. I don't know. It's, you're supposed to get excited when you hear about these family engagements or friendly gatherings, and I don't know. I'm like, oh, not again.
I don't know. I got a big family, and before my Vietnam experience, we loved each other. I loved my family. Being around my family was the best. That was as good as it got. And we did everything together. Hell, we'd say, well, hey, let's go to the ocean, and everybody get on the phone and say, oh, we're going to the ocean. Next thing you know, we had 200 people down there, renting charter boats, and we'd go fishing, and we'd do stuff like that. It was just great. And after I got back, like I said, I had this thing, and it was like, I don't know, it's like I said, like a little chunk of my soul had been ripped out. And well, I tried getting. I lost my first wife. Right out of the gate, and I tried getting married again, and I had a nice wife. She looked like Sophia Loren, and it just we hung in there for like 15 years.
15, wow.
Made her independently wealthy.
Really?
You know that thing in the wedding vows where I endow thee with all my worldly goods. They actually take that shit serious. Yeah. She was my bookkeeper too. I didn't know she was cooking the fucking books. So she joined. She went up. She was actually had been in a cult when she was younger, and her brothers actually took guns and went in there and convinced him to give her up. They actually did a hostile move on this cult, and they held them all. They held them all at gun. They grabbed their sister and took her, kicking and screaming. And then she went through deprogramming, and I don't think that really totally took, because she ended up getting a cult in where the fuck is it? Mississippi. And this cult owns an entire town in Mississippi, and it's a big tourist trap, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, you know, they got good cash. Like, you know, it's all about the money. You know, you can, you know, take it or leave it. You know, with a thing with Jesus and all of that. You know, it's all about the money, and I'm sure she represented a bonus cash infusion. So, you know, I was bitter for a little bit, and then I got to thinking about it. I said, fuck, if I was her, I'd probably do the same thing, you know. Yeah, because I would come home, you know, and she'd be happy, got dinner ready and everything, you know, and I'd make a little chit chat as much as I could stand.
Oh,
know?
Yeah.
And then I was working on programming. I was doing my thing with my computer, you know. In fact, I was putting 8088 processors on screwing them down to a piece of plywood and frying my soldering iron, and you know, just you know, the very beginnings of the PC, developing the PC. So you know, every day was something new. I didn't have time for a wife. I was busy. So yeah, and then, you know, that was awful for her. It really was, you know, and I don't know. She she basically took everything except the property I owned before we got married, you know, and left me in serious trouble with the IRS.
Wow.
Oh yeah. And for a little bit there, I didn't have a pot to piss in or place to throw it. The IRS seized all my everything, my tiny little checking account, and I think I had $5,000 in savings, and they seized the whole works. I didn't have nothing.
God.
I didn't have nothing, you know. And here I got this other property I got to keep up. I got to come up with some money for that. So yeah, well, you know, you get by however you can. Sometimes you do what a man got to do. You know what I mean?
Man got to do what I'm got to do. Exactly.
I got through. A little help from some friends. Whew. But then again,
managed to
even business with friends, you know, it's a little bit different than sitting around drinking. It get tended pretty serious. So
oh yeah.
I could have very easily lost some kneecaps or worse. But hey, nothing personal. It's business, right? So yeah,
Business.
Anyway, I got through.
Definitely.
I got through. Kept all my friends. You know, everything came out on the up and up. With one hell of a CPA. Yeah. You know. Do you know why divorce it turns safe?
I don't know why. I hope I never have, but they are.
Well, you know, there's people that wander around, these lost little children, going, why is this? Why is that? Why is this? Why is that? You know, and if you ever have people that are counting on you for leadership, I mean, you get to the point where, you know, you don't even want to see them coming. But a lot of people go, yeah, damn, lawyers, divorce lawyers, blood-sucking bastards, and so on and so forth. And it could be true, you know, depends on how you look at it. But the reason divorce lawyers are so expensive is they're worth it. They're worth it.
They're worth it.
Same thing with a good, wise CPA, a concierge, a CPA, a good, wise CPA. They're worth it.
They're worth it.
My CPA, in those days, like I said, I was scraping the bottom of the barrel, you know. I was just financially, you know, hand to mouth. And I get this CPA, and I mean, this guy is good. I mean, oh my God, it's expensive, but good. And I was going in there, and a guy had a little heart for me, you know. I was pretty much chumped, but I go in, you know, talk to him, you know. Name was Maury. Yeah, he's probably still there. I just couldn't afford him after I got my ass out of trouble. I went to H&R Block, you know. But I go in there, and this is in the big bailouts, you know, GM, Ford, big corporations, and all the banks and all that, the bailouts, you know.
Oh yeah.
Everybody was just sure this is it. You know, we're fucked. Wall Street, forget it. You know, fucking close it down. And I'd go in there and he said, Rich, buy GM. Look how low it is. And at that time, GM was pretty much, you know, cooked. I mean, they were done deal. You know, everybody was saying GM's out of fucking business, you know. And I said, Maury, GM's out of business. He says, I don't believe that's bullshit. That's bullshit. It's all a bunch of fucking smoke and mirrors. Buy GM. And I said, what the fuck? Am I going to sell my house? It's all I got. I'll have to be living in my fucking car, you know? He says, it's worth it. It's worth it.
It's worth it.
Motherfucker, if I'd have sold this place and dumped the wad into GM, well, I'd be living like a rap star.
Oh yeah, big time.
Oh well, too soon old, too late smart. Yeah. Sometimes you hear good just think now that doesn't make any fucking sense at all. But it depends on who the advice is coming from, you know. Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
You've given this old man
so
I owe you
no problem at all, Rich. I mean, you pay us a visit, you know, and share more of your great.
What are you doing here? What or are you getting something set up?
No, I mean ranchable with interesting people. Just
interesting. Are you you come to Tacoma, buddy? I'll introduce you. Here I'm flying to Memphis, and little gal comes and watches my house when I'm up in Alaska. She's going to meet me. She's going to meet me in Memphis and chauffeur me to Harrison, Arkansas, 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th. And it's the Faith and Freedom Conference. Hallelujah, amen. Faith and Freedom
Hallelujah.
Conference. And I'm going to go down there, and I'll tell you, I'm going to meet some interesting people. I'm going to hear them talk to talk. I'm going to see them walk to walk, and I'm actually going to look them right in the eye, you know, and say, what the fuck is all this really? No, I wouldn't dare say that, you know, openly.
Oh yeah.
But I'm with you. I love interesting people, you know. Across, we're going to have guest speakers, movers and shakers,
movers and shakers,
all kinds of stuff. Oh yeah, movers and shakers. I mean, this is the you know what the Overton window is?
No, sir.
Okay, Overton window. It's one of those political science things, and it's basically a meter of the cultured political consensus of a population. That's the best way to put it. Okay. Now,
yes, sir.
The Overton window was pushed way over to the left after World War II. And it just stayed there. It bounced up a little bit, came down, bounced up a little bit, came down. But I mean, it's been there like a rock. And we got an entire nation of fully indoctrinated liberals. I mean, blind faith, hook, line, and it's not their fault. It's not their fault. I mean, all of us were born into this with the TV, the music, everything. Those guys I'm talking about, the untouchables, they are the shot callers, and they tell the industry, they tell the big corporations, this is what we want to do. The big corporations say, okay, so they got insider information, and they do what they're told to do. They're good employees, and they put some big confusing thing, like the General Motors and Ford and the big bailouts and all of that. They put some big confusing thing on the country, and they reap fortunes. I mean, so much freaking wealth and power that trying to count it in currency values is pointless. That much.
Oh my.
Yeah. Damn. Okay. So, yeah, the Overton window is going to go from the left over to the right. Remember I told you America's going to be the bad guys in the big Dukaroo?
Oh yeah.
Well, I don't know if we're going to have a Fuhrer with a mustache or what. I mean, trying to outguess the people in the world is who can? I mean, honestly, who can? But yeah, it's going to shift. It's going to shift the other way, and we're going to see the return of the old school right wingers, back in the day.
Really?
Oh yeah. We're going to see it come back. The KKK, all of that. You got to get a little into American history to really get a sense of mental footing on it all. But
yes, sir.
To me, like I said, I'm OCD. I get to studying. There ain't no stopping me. I'm like a bulldog. I'm gonna get the damn truth, no matter what it takes, no matter who I have, no matter who I have to talk to. And believe me, I've had to talk to some spooky people to get the truth. So
really,
yeah. Oh yeah. Well, you wise guys. I mean, you're real wise guys. Not the Hollywood wise guys that you see in the news and all of that. The Teflon Don. No. You're real wise guys. And most of them are pretty friendly guys. They like to talk. So you get them to talk. And especially if you yourself can, add some interest value to the conversation, and don't show any vulnerable spots. You can come out with a hell of a good education. So yeah, you come up to Tacoma sometime. Give me a call, look me up. We'll go have a beer.
Oh yeah, that would be great.
Hell, if you want to go to Harrison, I'll put my arm around you and say, Brother Todd here, he's a faithful member of the Baptist Church and a consecrated boy, and he has seen the light, and he wants to join the movement. They'll love you. You won't get a reception like that just anywhere.
Oh yeah.
You like family. Yeah. Oh, you want to come on? We'll go up to the Oyster Run. You want to meet some gangsters? You want to meet some? We'll go up to the oyster run up in Anacortes. I know some people up there that are fully involved in multi-million-dollar cash flows, and you name it. You know, everything from street action right into the legitimate, the hardcore legitimate.
Oh yeah.
Like I said, you know, you talk intelligently, you act intelligent, you know.
Yes, sir.
And spend some interest value into the conversation. You'll be absolutely amazed at what you hear. Just don't say the wrong thing.
No, don't say the wrong thing.
I'll tell you what. You could be my mute brother. my mute brother Todd. He can't speak, but he can hear real good.
Hey, this is one time I probably wouldn't mind being the mute brother.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Northwest is a God. Another obsession that I got into, and this was turned out when I was married, was the experimental aircraft, and that's all part and parcel of the technology, you know. And there are guys out there building airplanes in their garage and flying them. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
It's freaking amazing, and it's actually it's mostly work. It's not that difficult. You can buy a kit. You can buy a kit and put it together. You know, as long as you do 51% of the building. You know, it's a legitimate plane. You can get it checked out, have it certified airworthy, and you know, the sky's your oyster. Bob's your uncle. Go anywhere. But these people that you meet up there, you know, they are not average bears. I mean, we're talking engineers, you know, experience and you know, aerodynamic specialist stuff, and you know, they also do it as a hobby. You know? And they have a big fly-in up there in Arlington around the 4th of July. And if you like that stuff, if you like amazing shit that people can build with their hands, you know, that place is 10 times better than Disneyland.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, you know, it's the mother just down the road, you know, so yeah. A lot of talent, a lot of really just immensely talented and interesting people, and they all like to talk. They're all talkers. They're not like me. You can't get a conversation out of me sideways. These guys are talking.
I would like to just take a moment to welcome Tyree back to the call as well. And,
okay. What there? I said one amen.
Amen.
Amen, brother. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Have you seen the light?
No, just the light at the end of your mom's asshole.
Ah.
Oh my.
How was it? Was it good for you?
It was glorious.
No. Wasn't good for you.
Absolutely glorious.
Guys, 1 second. I gotta take a quick break here, but I'm gonna leave the lines open and let you guys keep talking just for a second.
All right.
I don't want to talk to him.
Well, that's good. I can talk to myself. I do it a lot.
Give me like 2 minutes. I just gotta make a potty run real quick.
Yeah. I feel like somebody just stuck a mic in front of my face. You know? I don't know what the hell to say. In the presence of such a powerhouse of talent, I don't know. What can I say? I'm all humble here. I fought the law, and the law's name is Tyree. Put me down like a dog. Here I thought I was an alpha wolf. Tyree, took me to school, then took me out to the woodshed. What can I say? What can I say? Hey, Tyree.
Yes.
What? When you get to be an old man, are you going to become an old man, or are you young and leave a good-looking corpse? You got.
I'll probably be an old man, but I'll be an in shape old man.
There you go. There you go. Life taker and heartbreaker right up to the end. Yeah. So, what is your bucket list right now? You know, what are these things that you're gonna do before you die? What are your goals? You know,
Right now, my only focus is trying to get my fucking income set up, and all these people is in the way, and I can't find a goddamn place to get my mail sent, so it's a bitch. I might have to go rent a place for $300 a week, like I was doing, just so I can get my fucking mail. And it's just irritating as fuck because I didn't want to do that.
Well, hell, there's millions of Mexicans that's got post office boxes, and they live in their cars.
Yeah, but the problem is you need a lease for that, and I have one, but I don't know if they'll take it, and it's a bitch trying to open it. But perhaps.
Well, life is a series of challenges to be met and overcome, and I think you're the guy that can do it. No, I don't. No, I don't. I think you're a wimpy little punk. You're gonna crap out, and
I've already been in every position in life, so that's definitely me.
You can't
I'm the guy out of nothing every time.
No matter how much money somebody had, they could never buy the type of education that you've had.
Exactly. School of the street.
You've been there. Yeah, and you don't learn that in school. You don't learn that in school. Where all the little mommy and daddy's kiddies get their education.
It would seem so.
So look at there. You're streetwise. That's good. And now I realize how smart you actually are.
Why, thank you.
Oh, no. You complimented my mama's asshole. Yeah, I think the gangs are where it's at. The gangs are coming back. They're growing.
I think gangs are for pussies.
Well, yeah, but he gets a living, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. All of them that I've ever met are broke. It ain't shit.
You met the wrong ones.
I don't know. I've talked to cartel and everyone, so I doubt that.
Yeah.
I have different parameters for what rich is. And it ain't money. Assets.
Yeah. It's what up the phone. That's what it's all about. You know, people you can reach out to. People where you know you can trust them.
Yeah, I don't believe in that. I just do my own thing.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm back. Sorry it took me about a minute longer.
Tyree, you keep your eyes on the prize, okay?
I am. It's right on your mom's asshole right now.
All right.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
He doesn't even know how big my mama's ass is or was.
Of course I do. She's shaking it right now in front of my face.
Oh. Wrong mama.
Oh, yeah. Stick that asshole on my tongue.
She got dragon tattoos on her arm. That could be my ex-wife.
That's the cult chick.
President, send me some PayPal money.
PayPal money?
Yes, send me some PayPal money. My money doesn't settle till Tuesday.
Oh, shit.
It's all good if you can't.
I could. I've just got to get a PayPal.
Oh, for real? Yeah.
Horrible.
That takes about 2 minutes.
I don't even
2
know.
minutes?
I hope my card is linked to it still. I think it's all right. Let me check the date.
Get on PayPal, you give them her, bada bing, bada boom. Just that quick.
Well, let's try to get Tyree some help here. Those of you who are also listening will listen.
It might not work because I think my card is expired. You ever done Western Union?
Western Union, yes.
Yeah, that I could get.
Okay.
But PayPal, I can't. The card is done.
Todd?
Yes.
Do you really want to soften up Tyree's hard edge? He's hardcore.
He's definitely hardcore.
Yes, see, President knows me a little more than you. Like, I'm just in a situation right now because I take risks.
Well, yeah. Well, that's. I mean, you're a gangster rapper, right? You're hardcore.
Oh yeah.
You're not straight edge though, are you?
I kind of am actually.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I don't mess with drugs.
That's good for you. That's good for you. Yeah. Well, I want you to promise me something, Tyree. Promise this old man something. I know you got no respect, but
I can't stop fucking your mom. I'm sorry.
Okay, good. That's all good. Just you know, if I don't know how to say this, you know, if you start seeing things, hearing voices, any of that shit, go get some help.
Oh no, I don't have any mental problems, and I don't being told stuff because it doesn't make sense.
Somebody does pick you up. Somebody picks you up. You do it on your terms, okay? You do it all on your terms. All the creative control, everything. And,
no one's going to pick me up.
You want to work, you work. And if you don't want to work, well, then fuck it. You do it some time off.
Oh, I've always worked for myself. That's how I own 14 cars and oil money for life. I'm just in a situation right now, and my money settles on Tuesday.
Because despite what these devils may take, stress is your enemy. Stress is your enemy because you can get addicted to it. So,
yep.
Beware. If you get to yourself all pissed off to perform, time to step back because.
Oh, I don't perform for these suckers. I don't do any performances, nor do I want to. This world doesn't deserve my music. I don't give a fuck about these people. I'm not trying to do what everybody thinks. I'm trying to sign artists and build a music industry where I get paid 25% off each head.
There you go.
Yep, gotta be the boss.
Build yourself a performing monkey act.
Yeah, your mom's jumping on my dick like a spider monkey.
Let the animals work for it. Let the animals work for it.
Your mom's an animal. President, you there?
Yes, I am here. Sorry, guys, I was just on mute.
I thought you were just stunned by my comebacks.
The spider monkeys.
If he thinks I can talk well, you should see me fight. That's what I'm really good at.
Tyler isn't your average small guy. I mean, what are you, 6'2", 6'3"?
Yeah, 6'2", about 170 pounds, pure muscle, curl 90 pounds, set the world record, dumbbells, do the whole every lift.
World record, Grandpa.
Yeah. You got the guy. I'm your Huckleberry.